Dear friends, today I'll be talking about the nuances of project management. This subject is very vast. Several lectures can be delivered on this. There can be different courses on this. But in brief, I'll be touching upon the very important aspects of project management. I have been discussing about the turning around of organization. In the same continuation of the topics, today we'll be talking on the aspects of project management. I am Prabhakar Singh, former Director General, CPWD. Presently, I am the Chairman of Project Advisory Committee of International Financial Services Centers Authority, Gift City, Ahmedabad. I am also on the board of Unitech. I was on the board of governors of IIM Calcutta. I was technical advisor to Government of Andhra Pradesh in the rank of cabinet minister, so on and so forth. Friends, I will request you to subscribe, like, and share this video if you like. Project management is such a topic which is very interesting. First of all, we have to conceive the project. At the time of conception, brainstorming is required. We have to discuss with different stakeholders, the clients and others, about their requirement. For example, when we try to build the new Parliament House, the initial discussions with the stakeholders continued for a very long time. It was very protracted discussions about the requirement and the feasibility of site, the site selection. We saw many sites, but they were not suitable, keeping the requirement of the VIPs, keeping the requirement of the proceedings in the Parliament House and its unique requirement. So the plot number 118, which was adjacent to it, which was finally selected. Although the requirement of size was highly inadequate, but by innovative thinking and design, we were able to accommodate all the requirements, the functional requirement of Parliament House. We had to do away with the Central Hall, and the functioning of Central Hall and its activities were integrated in the capacity of the Lok Sabha chamber. When we tried to contact consultants, they used to give jazzy ideas, a 5-star hotel kind of designs, but our requirement was different. It was a seat of power of Government of India, sovereign. That kind of impact is little different, and that architectural concept, which included Indian culture and history, that was also integrated with great effort. There are many examples, like when I was in IIM Calcutta on the board of governors, there also the buildings for hostel and buildings for administrative block, the requirements were not coming so easily. So it is hand holding approach from the expert side so that the requirements come out, and accordingly the design process may start. Sometimes the time given are so tight that we have to think different ways and means of meeting the requirement of the client. Like Sadaiv Atal Samadhi of Vajpayee ji, Honorable Prime Minister of India, I had to complete it within 42 days. And from the time when it was even thought that this is to be done, and we had to conceive the project according to the personality of Vajpayee ji. We had to read the history, we had to read his poems, and accordingly that area was developed in such a way that once you enter, you feel the presence of the soul of Vajpayee ji. That is a unique design created, and within such a short time we have to do the contracting, clearances, procurement of materials, and difficult computerized cuttings of stones and designs in that. The day view was different, night view was different, night concept is different, day concept is different. So in projects, then once the requirements are finalized, the preliminary estimate is made, and for that also we need experts to prepare the preliminary estimates. Sanctions are obtained, funds are released, and then detailed estimates are made. Project teams are decided. Earlier, the project teams used to be totally specialized, but now it is a unified command. Specialization is there, but command is unified. For forming the team for Parliament House, I had to do real selection of people who could fit into the bills for this project, finding out the suitability or from the candidates all over India, and then selecting them and posting them. That is very important. Unless you have a proper person, suitable person at site, it is very difficult to deliver. Earlier we used to do everything with our in-house capabilities, but over the years the requirements changed, the specialization also increased, and our engineers also could not keep up with the pace of change in technology. So we found ourselves wanting, and we had to hire many consultants for execution of different projects. Then, like consultation, which I told in the beginning, sometimes it becomes so important that we have to call the agencies, manufacturers, contractors right in the beginning and have conference with them. Like for Parliament House, it was to be done in a very short time, which was impossible to do. So some 10,000 to 20,000 workers were required to work according to that requirement. the materials to be transported from long distance, the sizes of the material, the type of material, storage spaces, labor hutment, transportation of labor, the technology to be used, availability of those technologies, availability of those materials in such large quantity in such short time. All these things were factored right in the beginning, and then estimates were prepared. If I talk about the PM Museum, it was a unique experience. We had to go for a design competition. So many artists participated. Artistic designs will not do because it is very difficult to actually execute some of the artistic designs. So we floated tenders and a design competition was held, and after selection of the design at the highest level, the work was executed. There were different packages. Some of the packages were done by the client themselves, and some of the packages were done, the main packages were done by CPWD. There's a need to coordinate all these packages. That is very important. Otherwise, the project gets delayed. Costs also go up. For hand-holding of the projects to meeting the design needs before the start of the project and subsequently also, I created design hubs in the metro cities in which experts of all fields, architecture, civil, electrical, mechanical, electronics, horticulture, they were there and they could do the hand-holding of the projects as and when required. I had also started an R&D division in coordination with IIT Gandhinagar to take care of our day-to-day needs of innovation, improvements, and research on the processes, designs, materials, technology, etc., which was very successful. Whatever we design, this is to be approved by the local body according to the local bylaws. Sometimes they are very stringent. Like when we did the site selection for PM's museum, we found that there is an old structure which may come into a heritage, a very small structure of some makabra or something, and that created a great problem for shifting the site from the front of Teen Murti to the back side. Sometimes these kinds of surprises also come. One has to be very careful about it. Then we have to select contractors. The pre-qualification has to be done. What kind of contractors you need, what kind of technology, what kind of competence of contractor. Those things have to be decided. And then we call tenders. The government has made a rule that more than 100 crore contracts will have to be essentially through EPC mode. in which there won't be any extra item, deviation, substitute item, additional item, etc. The cost remains frozen. This was done to facilitate timely completion of projects within stipulated cost, but it increases tremendous responsibility on the people who do the design of the project. My architects were quite disheartened that after EPC mode, there is no need of architects in the department, but it was not to be. I was very confident that it will not happen like that. We devised 3 modes of EPC in which projects in different stages of design, conception, detailing, etc. could be tackled within the framework of EPC mode of contracting. And this opened vast opportunities not only for architects but other engineers also. But EPC had its own problems. If there are any changes subsequently when the project is on, it is very difficult to. It is just not possible to accommodate within that. Many clients complained that their facade of the building is not up to the mark because the EPC contractor sometimes compromises on the cost, quality, aesthetic appearance. So many clients decided to have their own consultant for designing the facade. I also did some of the facade myself by engaging our own architects who were competent enough to do the facade design as per requirement of the client, which were surprisingly better than most of the consultants who are in the market and who do the facade design. As I told you earlier, at one point of time, the average time and cost escalation in CPWD was about 300% for all its project, which we could bring it down to 0%. And then with the help of new technology, proper coordination, new methods of management, team building, we could reduce it to minus 30%. And it is possible. We could give iconic buildings within the cost, within time, and with good quality. The concept of project management changed in India after DMRC produced their metro stations in Delhi. The kind of cleanliness, the kind of facilities to be provided to the people during the project was really an eye-opener, and that gave impetus to proper arrangement of safety requirements, cleanliness, proper signboards, proper fencing, and people to help the traffic police, in fact doing the job of traffic police themselves in the places where the projects were on, cleaning the roads, spraying water on the dust, painting the board on which instructions or the fencing was done. So this was a pleasant surprise to the people of India at that time, and I remember how the project management changed after that in the entire country. With the help of e-governance, the modern tools of project management, and the innovation in it, the time of the project can be really brought it down and the quality can be improved. The PERT CPM charts we have been using since ages. Softwares like Primavera, and now the building information modeling BIM, which is a very advanced aid for completing the project on time. The prefab technology, monolithic technology of construction. There are different new technologies which I talked earlier. They are available. Periodic inspection of the quality progress by supervisory officers, the quality check, training of the people at site is very important. With the help of CIDC, I was able to train a lot of workers, lakhs of workers at site, and skill certificates were also given to them. Most of them were converted from unskilled workers to skilled workers. So the training was very important. It's a common saying, the ultimate quality of the project is decided by the level of coordination, understanding, and the professionalism or the quality of the mason and the wireman at the site. So with this, I close my today's discussion. In next episodes, we will be taking different aspects of turning around any organization. I once again request you to please subscribe, share, and like this video if you really understood it and liked it. Thank you.